Hello there, how are ya? Hope you're doing great as always. I just wanted to shoot you a quick kind of a midnight video, right? I just came from a little midnight 5K just to a little bit clear my head before bed, right? I was working the whole day and it just came kind of fitting, right? Given the market situation and everything. Obviously, we had quite a green day today, but don't be mistaken, it might, definitely get harder before it gets better. And this struggle kind of comes in life in general, whether it's a market, work, life, family, whatever. And my best advice is just always like blow through it, right? And maybe let me get a little back to my little story. Back when I was doing my bachelor degree a couple of years back, I was basically at university, kind of the whole morning, afternoon, and then I just went straight to work. I was just like washing the dishes to make the ends meet and to obviously have a little extra or hopefully more extra to invest in the market, right? Just sacrifice a little bit of the present for a better future. And it was freaking hard, right? Because I was just like I was gone the whole day, basically. Left my little studio apartment at like a little before 8, and I was at work, in the restaurant. It's crazy pace all the way, sometimes until midnight or even later. And I just went back to bed, sleep, go to uni again, go to work, kind of throughout the whole week, sometimes working on the weekends, or like actually quite often working on the weekends, right? Or doing like whatever I could in order to, just get a little bit ahead and, have a little bit of security, right? Because, uh, I really have only myself to rely on. And times like this are when the real character is built. And I think it's quite nice parallel to the market, right? Because we've been seeing it, kind of downtrending since well, at least basically the whole this year, right, 2022. And it's been tough for like the people's psyche, right? Because sometimes people, when they started investing, maybe like during this whole COVID crash in 2020, it was just like plop down and it was gone, right? And from that point, money printing, we got the uptrend. So everyone was like, super positive because they just started and everything was going up. But for people that started investing maybe recently and they've just seen, their account bleeding day in and day out and week in and week out, it's rough, right? And you don't know if you're making the right moves, right? Because with the long-term investing, you really see the results only after maybe a year, maybe 2 years, if kind of that compounding effect uh, gets a little bit of a grip, right? That's usually seen only at like year 3 or along that time. Obviously, depending how much are you investing and where in the market cycle you are. So basically, the people that started, investing maybe a year ago, they have no clue if they are making the right move. But of course, like the times like this, when you are actually buying great companies with a discount, that's where the real long-term wealth is built. So, like if there is any advice I can give you for this particular period, it's really just like blow through it, do as much as possible, because there are a lot of opportunities in the market right now. There might be even more. There might come some opportunities in real estate might also come very soon. Let's see how that turns out there, but that's obviously not my main area of interest. So especially considering the stock market, right? There are so many great opportunities, companies that will 2x, 3x, 5x over the next 2 to 3 years. But obviously, one needs to be a little savvy to find them. So of course, don't just blindly pick whatever comes to your mind. It's not that time when it's like shooting fish in the barrel. Now we need to be really meticulous about all our systems, and especially if you are new in the market, don't do any crazy moves. Choose companies that are stable, reliable, you know. But again, like the opportunities are definitely there, and people that will basically navigate this market environment correctly, they will add a big fat zero at the end of their net worth, right? people that are maybe starting with their first 10k in the market. In a couple of years they might be seeing those six figures. People who are having six figure now will get to a million. People who have million at this point will get to 10 over the next 3 to 5 years, as long as they are making the correct move, right? So obviously I have eyes open, and again, there are so many great opportunities. But if you are new to the market, right, once again, just choose companies that are profitable, that have great management team, proven product. Don't go for anything crazy. Go for companies that has been here for at least a decade, and companies that have seen a situation like this where might still get a little bit of nastier. If you are a little bit experienced, maybe you've been in the market 3 years, let's say, that you've seen the whole COVID crash kind of unfold, where you already had a little bit of experience under your belt, then you can look for little trickier companies, something a little more riskier. But again, like the maybe even more important point is also to be able to still invest in the market, month in, month out, get that cash flow, because like every $1,000 you invest at this point, there is a real chance that it will get to 10,000. Again, making sure that you're investing in the right companies. So yeah, now I'm a little bit cooled down, so I just hope you enjoyed a little midnight ramble, because yeah, it just really reminded me that tenacity sometimes is just really necessary, not just in the life but in the market as well, right? And keep that positive psyche, and also be able to cut through some of the BS, right? Obviously, if you are watching any kind of traditional media, or watching people on YouTube, it's always amplifying all of those emotions, and considering investing, you really want to tune that out, right? Investing, it's really a lot about the numbers and the qualitative part, but like the objectively qualitative part, right? Meaning, okay, is the product or service the company provides really something that people want or need? Is it something that will get better over time? Is it something that they can cut cost over time as they will reach scale? Is it something that's really necessary and something that will stay as a necessity for the foreseeable future? Isn't it just some kind of a fad that's going to be replaced? So obviously, as a long-term investor, you want to have that outlook for, like like the ideal holding period for a company. It's infinity, right? Like some cliche, like Warren Buffett obviously bought Coke in the 70s, 80s, holding to this day. So that's like the perfect scenario. Of course, like you cannot never foresee that far into the future, but have that 3 to 5 years. That's something you can reasonably predict. So that's the company you need to own, right? Company that you are highly convinced that in 3 to 5 years it will be in a much better condition than now. So yeah, that's the end of my ramble, I guess. Let me know if you enjoyed this little impromptu video, and let me know in the comments if there was something you had to do in your life, something you had to plow through in order to maybe be able to invest more in the market, or any tough decision you needed to make. And see you soon. Take care.